Okay, my name is Alejandro Jimenez and I'm going to talk about ERP system by Nestlé. Okay, the ERP Enterprise Resource Planning System are used by companies that seek to integrate and control their process, reduce cost, improve their customer service, reduce unnecessary time, increase their sales, warn of possible crises, monitor performance through indicators, take resolutions to improve effectiveness, improve communication between production areas, and reduce duplication of information. One of the best known ERP implementation case was the case of Nestlé. Nestlé is a Swiss multinational food company founded in 1866 by Henry Nestlé, and today it is the world's leading nutrition, health, and wellness company. A few years ago, the Nestlé Group signed a contract with SAP for the implementation of an ERP system. The company intended with this to integrate and centralize its more than 200 companies and subsidiaries in 80 countries. And Nestle executives realized that the company needed to standardize its business process if it was to be competitive. The implementation includes finance, accounts payable, accounts receivable, planning, production management, procurement, supply chains, demand planning, compliance, and business intelligence models. Before Nestle ERP decision, Nestle United Kingdom had already implemented an ERP system. As with the Nestle implementation, the objective of the Nestle United Kingdom implementation focused on leveraging the size of the organization as well as strengthening the supply chain and right the signing for process and practices. The third Nestle ERP implementation history involved Nestle United States. In 1997, he started his own ERP project known as BEST. This project would implement 5 SAP models: purchasing, finance, sales and distributions, accounts payable, and accounts receivable. As with the other two Nestlé divisions, the goal behind this ERP implementation has unification. Before implementation, Nestlé USA had 9 different ledgers and 28 customers entry points. The goal of the ERP project was to reduce these numbers to one. One of the most interesting views on the Nestlé USA problem is the story of vanilla. Before the European implementation, Nestlé United States did not act as a single company. Instead, each venue acted on its own behalf and was free to make its own business decisions. In 1997, a team examined the company's various systems, found among many other worrying redundancies that Nestlé USA's brands were paying a 29 different price of vanilla to the same supplier. This situation was due to the fact that each factory negotiated its own agreements with the seller and the seller adjusted the price for the factory based on what they through the factory would pay. The situation is only made worse by the fact that each factory referred to vanilla in this different way. While one factory may have referred to vanilla as 45, another factory referred to it as 92. This made it almost impossible for individuals at corporate headquarters to make comparison between plants to see manufacturing costs. Finally, after implementing is ERP Nestlé and the local integration between the modules, it has achieved through database and word process a very exact demand projection for its products. Since all departments use the same data, they have fully controlled distribution. This allows the company to reduce inventory and redistribution costs that arise when too much of a product is carried to one side and not enough to another. Today, Nestlé enjoys great benefits and advantage with this system of EAP. With this case of the Nestlé company, we can see what can happen when implementing an ERP system, besides how they were in charge for quite some time, but after learning from the failures, they managed to implement the system successfully. It can be seen that implementing an ERP system in a company is not just install the attached software. Implantation involves changing the way of working of the all employees.